Hello, everyone. This is Gian, and today I'm joined by Hunter NFT, a beloved member of the NFT community and the whale community as well, for another edition of the Project Showcase. In this show, we talk about the amazing and beautiful projects that are to come in the NFT space, and we have something really special because this relates to a feeling that I'm sure many people have, because I have had quite a while. It comes about like when you miss a drop, you're looking forward to that drop for the past 1 or 2 weeks, and you really want to have it, but you got the timing wrong, you overslept, stuff like that. It happens, and you think to yourself, damn, that sucked. Or even like, oh, someone comes around and say, oh, 3 days ago this launched and it was pretty great, and you think to yourself, well, I would have loved to grab that at launch, but I missed it. So to fix all of that, today we have Nifty Drops. Hey Hunter, to get this started, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your background in crypto, about your journey, NFTs, etc.?
Thanks so much for having me. I'm hyped about this. Really
My
stoked to connect with the whale community, because this is, I started out in whale, over a year ago, so pretty hyped. But my background is mostly in investment. Academically, my background is in psychological science, behavioral economics, and market psychology. I've been involved in crypto since mid 2016, but mostly I was trading stocks and ETFs and whatnot. And I got involved in NFTs. Oh man, about a year and 8 or 9 months ago. I worked with a couple of NFT companies, startups and whatnot, and then I kind of pieced. I got obsessed with the NF Twitter space, and I started building my own brand and just networking like an animal. So that brought me all over the space. Then I got hooked up with the current founders of Nifty Drops, including myself, and we pulled the trigger on Nifty Drops.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, and that's working like crazy. That's how it goes, right? And
Right.
Twitter is is the true gathering hub for all things NFT. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about how this idea came to be, and a little bit of the development of the project itself?
Yeah, for sure. So the idea came about in some conversations between myself and one of my clients at a company I worked at, an NFT company. And I really connected with this client, and he really liked me. And after I left that company, he and I stayed really close, and we were talking, this is just one of the most frustrating things. I'm scanning Twitter all the time. I'm in all of the Discord channels. I'm in all the Telegram channels, Telegram mainly for Wax, Discord mainly for Ethereum. And I can't find, the latest big drop. I'm finding only trash NFT drops or whatever, so that conversation kept going for a couple months, and then he ran into Kurt Braggett, or Curdy, and he owns a company called Popstand Inc., and they have worked on dozens of crypto apps. For example, they worked on the notification system for version 1 of Blockfolio's app. And so when my friend told me that, when James Ashwell, we call him Ash, that's our current CEO, when he told me that, I was like, oh man, that's who we need to hook up with. And so Curdy and the two of us, we went forward with creating an app. We know that creating a website, we have a website obviously that you're seeing. We know a website is very important, but the three of us see something like Nifty Drops, a launch tracker, and NFTs being more important in the form of an application, mobile application, because we're heading towards mass adoption of NFTs, right? And people are not on their PCs like you, me, and probably most people listening in. we're the freaks and geeks, right, who are on our PCs probably 3 to 10 times average compared to the rest of the people around us. So we need a mobile app, not only to make it easy, maybe you're doing all your NFT work or you're just scanning and then you have your phone open too. But also we see people being like, oh, well, instead of when they're asked, what's an NFT? And people being put on the spot and coming up with the 100 millionth definition of an NFT, we hope that people will take out their phone and be like, hey, here are some NFTs. Download the app. You get all these examples, and people need examples to really learn and connect, especially something so abstract as non-fungible tokens. So that's most of the background in terms of Nifty Drops.
Amazing. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's always something that didn't make much sense to me because I only care about the computer. I hate using my cell phone.
Yeah, I get that.
But when I see like the Gods and Chain community, people are so like onto mobile app. They want the mobile app, and I kind of like, okay, I'm in the wrong here. This is a huge deal for most people. They don't want to be stuck on a chair. They want to do stuff, and they want to be able to add stuff. So yeah, no, it's beautifully designed, by the way.
Thanks.
The app and the website, they're both very similar. I want to know who made this beautiful and iconic character here.
The character, yeah, we actually commissioned.
I love the design.
Yeah, thanks. It's we wanted something very cute. We wanted something that was kind of neutral colored, and because we believe that at some point we're going to have a lot of teens, we're going to have a lot of kids on our app. We're going to have just like everyone and their mother on the app. So yeah, the artist is outside the NFT space, which kind of bums me out, but yeah, no, I love the design as well. That's Boxy. We call them Boxy right now. So we have all these. Yeah. So yeah, one way to think about the app is it's kind of like a product hunt for NFTs. I don't know if you're familiar with Product Hunt, but
familiarize me. Come on, let's go.
So yeah, it's basically just like a middleman that connects you to different sites, and in this case, NFT projects and launch pages specifically. So you might be on the app and then you click, and then it says view offer. Let's say you click on one of those, right? Gives you a description, gives you coming soon. This app also, when you have the app, it connects with your Google Calendar, your Apple Calendar. There are notifications to warn you of your upcoming drops. So you go to view offer for this one. This might be a bad example. Did it take you to Twitter? Oh no, there we go.
No, I took myself to Twitter. I am the bad user. I didn't went where you wanted me to.
No, that's perfect. So yeah, all the socials are connected at the bottom. This will be the launch page. This specific project, I don't think has a launch time up right now, but yeah, that's basically how it is. And then the design of the app and the website is really inspired by the Nike sneakers app. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but
not at all.
Okay, yeah. So it's just like a simple design, right? It's picture, description, view offer, and then it brings you to like the latest sneaker drop, because there's so much in common between sneaker drop, just the sneaker market, and NFTs, because they're all launch based.
But okay, so for example, we have this project here. It's all cool and good, but you say, oh, they don't have a launch date yet. So right. I know it's coming, but I don't know when. So can I trust you guys that you guys are gonna tell me when, and I'm not gonna miss this?
Right. That's a good question. That's something that's tough to navigate in the space right now. There's two issues. The two issues is always staying up to date in terms of these who are to be announced dates, and then when they come in, will they contact us, or do we have to hire more scouts, right? And then the other problem is scalability. the space is massive, and it's getting huge now. So like there's more and more blockchains that are bringing in NFT compatibility. So we're focusing a lot of our energy and resources in terms of focusing on those two problems, mainly scalability. So we have a lot of stuff in the pipeline in terms of that. We have features and stuff, but we really want to focus on being trustworthy. Like you're saying, like, can you guys trust us to have all of this updated in real time? And for now, it's more of just our team checking all over the space and updating as we go. But we are building out like a token for scalability at some point. I can't really go into that much, but that's on our agenda for sure.
If I can get some insider info, man, I'm gonna get it. So
I know.
Be careful.
For sure.
No, but okay. So another thing, this is really important to stress because, okay, we are very familiar. We go to OpenSea, we check rankings and stuff, but we're checking Ethereum, right? And what happens here that I find amazing, because I am one that, okay, I'm familiar with crypto. I have been in plenty of different blockchains, but it still overwhelms the shit out of me to keep track of everything. But you guys know it's fine. Polygon, Wax, Ethereum, you guys are covering it, and like that's the greatest part, in my opinion. Is like have this confidence across multiple blockchains. Can you tell us more, even like not necessarily the state of the current background of things that you said, okay, you guys are chasing, but how do you guys intend for the back end on this to evolve?
Yeah, that's a. Can you rephrase that question?
No, absolutely. How is this going to evolve with the space to keep up with new blockchains, new like bigger amount of projects, etc., and it just not be someone looking on Twitter and like putting it here,
I see. Yeah. So, for the most part, we have a lot of people that are contacting us in terms of upcoming projects.
And you froze. Yeah, okay, sure. Hey, Hunter, can you repeat? You froze for a while.
Oh, yeah. No, I kind of noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, projects are contacting us in order to list. So that's very helpful. The bigger that we get, the more projects that will come to us. It's kind of like Nifty Gateway. The bigger that you get as an NFT artist, well, Nifty Gateway is going to get their eyes on you, and then you'll get on there, right? And they're getting hounded from all the artists across everywhere, across different blockchains, across the space in general. But we also have a lot of potential investors. We have a lot of VCs hitting us up in terms of being like, we see what you guys are doing. It's needed. It's everyone can connect with this. Let's connect and bring this to the next level. So we're considering a lot of options like that in terms of people who are groups that have the resources that can bring Nifty Drops to the next level in terms of bringing us to more automation, so our team isn't just going nuts all the time. Excuse me. So yeah, that's mostly what's in the pipeline.
All right, yeah, that's really cool. One thing that I love is that you guys already implemented the most important feature that there could possibly be. Is this one here? Oh, my eyes! Oh, nice. All right. You see, you guys already put this in, so that's great. That's covered. But in relationship to like different and new features that you guys intend to implement, what can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so right now, it's all just like listed. You see a lot of these projects as you're scrolling through. You don't know whether they're on Wax or Ethereum unless you click into them, or if they're on another blockchain. But obviously we cover mostly Wax and Ethereum at the current moment. So another feature that is needed is in the pipeline is a filter by blockchain, filtered by project size, et cetera, et cetera. That's something that we're really focusing on because, rankings are really cool, and I'd love for that to be on the app at some point. And we have a lot of plans in terms of making Nifty Drops the one-stop app for all your NFT needs in the coming years. So I'll just leave that to your imagination for now. But a filter is really what we're looking to add in the next couple months.
All right, amazing. So that might relate to this question that Justin just popped out. It seems like a really good one, by the way. When the space is growing so rapidly and there is a constant stream of low-effort projects and clones of clones, how will you curate the projects you display?
Yeah, that's an excellent question that I definitely wanted to cover on this call. So thanks, Justin, and whoever asked Justin it. So yeah, we do vet the projects that hit us up. So if someone comes to us with the next, wax stickers that just vary by color and there's no utility, and they're like, well, it's just people want to collect the colors. We say no, sorry, not this time. So we do a lot of vetting, and we really specifically look at utility. Utility for like gaming assets and collectibles. Collectibles is huge right now. Everyone's coming to us with collectibles, which is obvious because that's where the space has been focused on, it seems, for decades. But it's only been like 2 months. So they hit us up, and my team, and usually it's me, I specifically vet them and really focused on that utility. If it's an artist or something, obviously I look more so at following, and then if they don't have much of a following, then it's just quality, right? If it's an amazing art piece, then of course we want to cover your drop.
All right, so you're telling me I should give up with my black and white apes? Oh no! Oh no! My dreams, my best idea, man. My black and white punks. Oh, you're not gonna support me. That's
probably not this time.
All right. So I have another question here from the community. So how does one go about reaching out to you, to Nifty Drops, to have a project showcased here?
Yeah, that's a good question. That depends on the artist, or the just the project type. So for a lot of artists that we've covered, including Reinhard, Daniela Doodles, we're still talking to George Boya. George Boya's like, yeah, I want to do this at some point. But let's keep the conversation going. I love George. Anyway, so
we love George.
For most artists, we don't charge them. We ask for an art piece for our Nifty Drops vault. So that's how we handle a lot of the artists that we cover, and that's something that I hope to continue with. Inspired kind of by Whale and how you guys have done things with your vault. But yeah, that's. I know it seems like the question was focused around art, and that's what we generally look for. So if you're trying to get listed on Nifty Drops, anyone, whether you're a new project or anything, the way to do it is to hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter's @hunter_NFT. That's always the best way, always just to start a conversation. We're really not focused on monetization right now. We're focused on growth, and growth not in the form of ETH or anything. So we really just want to bring the best people in the space around and put it on the app, and help artists, help projects get in front of people's faces.
Yeah, all right. So this ties up with the question that people asked, and I think if you want to go more in depth about that, how do you effectively monetize while balancing artist compensation? Go ahead.
Right. So most of our monetization is built around collectible projects currently, but other projects too. So anything that's huge in the space, it goes on the app. Next Sandbox land drop on the app. Why? Because we're not going to hit up Sandbox and be like, "Hey, you guys need some help marketing." That doesn't make any sense because they're massive. So our target in terms of who we're charging and how we're making our money is small to medium projects who want to be marketed alongside the big guys. To put it plainly, across Wax, across all the blockchains that you can imagine. So that's really what we focus on. We've partnered with Wax. They gave us a grant some months ago, so we're really set with our costs for the coming months. So like I said, we're focused on growth. We launched on iOS on July 1st and the Google Play Store July 6th, and we hit 1,000 users on July 8th, and we just hit 2,000 users, I think 2 days ago. And we haven't really pushed marketing yet. We have a big party coming up on Friday in Cryptovoxels with Bitlectro and Graffiti Kings and Lads. It's a huge party. We're going to have all these DJs and all of this. And that's on the app too. We're putting our own events on the app because we can. So yeah, that's right. So
no, that's good.
Yeah. I hope I answered that question. I think I may have covered
no,
it.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think so. You say that you guys are taking a piece for each project. I think you guys should make a gallery. I think you guys should have the spoil section here for people to see.
Yeah. I think we could put a I do want to build out something on Cryptovoxels at some point. Definitely something on Sandbox. In terms of maybe a gallery of our vault and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm with you.
That's lovely. That's lovely. All right. I dropped your Twitter there for people to access. Other than that, if the community has any questions, we still have a few minutes to go. But man, like I love this, by the way. I have to say, and now I try not to be biased, but this really helps. I have downloaded, of course. I am going to use it, of course. So you said we can put on our Google Calendar, right? We can implement bring it to our Google Calendar. We can have notifications. Can I make my cell phone ring stronger for me not to miss it?
Yeah, absolutely. Something that we're really looking forward is just partnerships across the space, and a lot of communities have been extremely supportive because I think first and foremost they just see the need for this, and specifically like having an app is very serious. Having an app is, like I said, it's good for everyone. It's not just good for current NFTers. It's extremely good for the future NFTer or the very new NFTer, which right now there's always, it seems like just tens of thousands of new NFTers who are looking for some direction. So they hit up Whale, and then they hit up TokenSmart, and then they hit up Lads all over. And so they're looking for drops on all of their calendars and all the people they're interviewing. And it is very overwhelming. And we're hoping that Nifty Drops really helps everyone just ease their navigation of the NFT space going forward.
Yeah, that's perfect. Lucasuf wants to know if you're planning to also integrating social tokens beside NFTs.
Oh man, that's a good question. That's actually something that we haven't talked about. Yeah, so far we're Nifty Drops, so we're really focusing on NFTs. If those social tokens are tied to NFTs like Whale, then we would be more open to it. We do have ad banners that are coming. I think they just went online. They don't show up because we don't have any up right now, but we are talking to some parties in terms of having rolling, always up ad banners that don't move to the launch side. They stay on upcoming, or they stay on launched. And I think that, we're talking to some of these other NFT, games that are on mobile and whatnot. And I think that's just a really good matchup for us. But if it's a good match for us and we feel as though it brings value to the Nifty Drops community and the user base, then yeah, we definitely want to be contacted, and we want to have at least a conversation.
All right, perfect. So if my game project is going to be launching a token, and I can claim that, should I expect to just see it here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is something that could happen down the line. It's tough because, that would happen on the website. You could actually claim, but like on your, your mobile device, you'll just be brought to the page. We are kind of dependent in terms of some of our future plans. We're dependent on where the technology goes. For example, like we need MetaMask to figure out the mobile, their mobile wallet, and we need, we need all of these other blockchains to do the same. And of course, that's where it's going to go, because everyone's more so on their phones than on their PCs, besides, the lovely community that's probably in this, watching this right now. But the sky's the limit, as long as these other big corporations and, technology that we all depend on our PCs can make the bridge to mobile as well.
Yeah, because the accessibility is not just on your end, right? It's on those other platform ends, to make this as frictionless as it can possibly be, right? So yeah, Hunter, it's been an amazing talk with you. This is a beautiful project that I'm definitely going to be using and looking forward for the next, for what's next. But there is a question that, although it's kind of unrelated, we love to see people's reactions. So I have to ask you, what's your single most favorite NFT?
Oh, that's a really good question. So we're not talking project; we're talking about the actual NFT. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. It could be a project. It's
It could
fine.
be a project.
Little
Okay.
bit of a small cop out. Like you give the project, but you also say what's your favorite within the project.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, my favorite project, because it was my best trade, and they completely altered the space, is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I bought 16. I was telling Gian before this interview, I bought 16 in primary market. And so far I've sold 5. And obviously I'm extremely hyped that I made those. I wish I would have put in probably like 10 more ETH into Bored Apes. But yeah, my favorite Bored Ape is my Twitter profile, my avatar in the space. There he is.
Yeah, no, after it goes right, it's very easy to say, man, if I had put 10 apes. But no, yeah, everyone is in love with Bored Apes. Everyone is crazy about it. When you say that I was already grabbing your picture, I was going to say, this is your favorite NFT. There
Yeah.
it is. Now you guys know what Hunter like. And yeah, man, thank you so very much. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you and bringing this the whale community. Really appreciate this content. Really appreciate the app. I'm sure people are going to give it a try. I'm going to be posting other relevant links on our stream text. And who knows, in the future, we might be talking again. I would love to. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for having me, Gian. I like I said, I started with whale way back when, and it just feels like full circle, and it's just awesome. So I really hope to be on here again, and it was a pleasure.
Oh yes, full circle, absolutely. Yeah, I agree, man. Thank you so very much, and thank you, the audience, for being here with us, taking the time today. And I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye, everyone. Bye, Hunter.
Bye.